referring to here, Customs Law, Provisional Assessment, Section 18 of the Customs Act 1962. How to understand this? Presenting in front of you as follows, my dear sir. What is the provisional assessment? What for it has been referred? In the given case, provisional assessment can be granted in the following three situations under the customs, where verification of documents which is not in full-fledged manner has been produced. On account of verification, there are so many want of another information by way of documentation is required but is not available in time. In such case, an importer or exporter is unable to produce any documents or furnish any information necessary for the assessment of the duty. In such case, at the request of the importer, at the request of the IE code holder, the Department of Customs, Assistant Commissioner or Deputy Commissioner is in a position to grant provisional assessment under Section 18 of the Customs Act 1962. At another case, examination of the goods, any imported goods or exported goods need to conduct any chemical or other test for the purposes of assessment of duty thereon, need some more time to identify exact ingredients containing in that particular product, thereby to classify correctly under the Customs Tariff Act to decide the correct rate of duty. In such cases, the time taking process, then the provisional assessment can be helpful, where the department can ask the importer or exporter to pay amount on provisional basis. Once it becomes finalized, pay the balance amount. If already paid, which is short paid, or excess paid, you can ask for refund. Further, my dear friends, final determination of duty payable in the case where the importer or the exporter has produced all the necessary documents and furnished full information for the assessment of duty, but the proper officer deems it necessary to make further inquiry by assessing the duty. So, importer, exporter given full information, but assessing officer still has doubt, needs some more information, needs more some investigation to identify the correct value of import goods or export goods. Therefore, time taking process. In such cases, highly useful provision is the provisional assessment to export or import the goods on payment of provisional duty, and finally it becomes finalized with the shortfall, pay the duty with the interest, or excess can ask for refund. In case if you paid excess amount under the provisional assessment and it became finalized with the excess payment, in that case you can ask for excess payment as a refund. So these are the cases where the provisional assessment one can look into. If so, time limit for finalization of provisional assessment, time limit for finalization of provisional assessment. How to understand this? This I am presenting here one by one is as follows, sir. Once the provisional assessment has been granted to you, my dear sir, you should be finalize it. Who should be finalize it? The department officer should finalize it. At the same time, the import or export should give the necessary cooperation to the assessing officer or the proper officer of the customs to finalize the provisional assessment in time. Time limit for finalization of provisional assessment is the proper officer of the customs within 2 months of the receipt of an intimation from the importer or the exporter or his authorized representative or customs broker with the information should finalize within 2 months by the proper officer. So, provisional assessment has been granted. That particular importer exporter or his authorized representative came with the information. Within 2 months from the date of receipt of such information, the proper officer should finalize the provisional assessment. Further, proper officer should finalize within 2 months of receipt of a chemical or other test report where the provisional assessment was ordered for that reason. In that case, it is 2 months time period from the date of chemical test or other test report received. The proper officer within 2 months should finalize the provisional assessment. Or otherwise, within 2 months of the receipt of any inquiry or investigation or verification report where the provisional assessment was ordered for that reason, in that case, from the date of receipt of that particular report, within 2 months, the proper officer of the customs should finalize the provisional assessment. So time limit is 2 months initially. Further, if that is not sufficient or the information given by the importer which is still incomplete, in that case, final determination of duty payable in such case further where the documents or information required to be furnished by the importer or the exporter as the case may be, or the provision or the requisitioned by the proper officer are not made available the documents. See, documents submitted by the importer exporter, with that documents the department officer not satisfied, further demanded some more documents are required, some more information required, which is not in a position to submit by the importer exporter. In that case, within 2 months from the date of intimation, from the date of information received, not in a position to finalize the assessment, there in that case the proper officer to finalize the provisional assessment, for which within 2 months of the expiry of the time allowed for the submission of the said documents or information, finalize the assessment. So the proper officer shall proceed to finalize the provisional assessment within 2 months from the of the expiry of the time allowed for the submission of the said document or information. So earlier what I said here, 2 months time period from the date of receipt of the information, from the date of receipt of the documents, from the date of receipt of the chemical test or other test report, or from the date of the receipt of the investigation report, as the case may be, 2 months time period to be finalized. If while finalizing, if still incomplete documents has been produced, then the proper officer of the customs proceed to finalize the provisional assessment within 2 months of the expiry of the time allowed for submission of the said documents or submission or information. What is it? It is very simple, my dear. The importer exporter submitted the documents to finalize. From the date of submission the information, within 2 months to finalize. While finalizing the duty, still information required. Then department said, hey Mr. Importer or exporter, I want these are the other documents. In such case, time is given. You please produce within another 7 days time or within 15 days time. Within 15 days time, further information asked. If so, in that case, the 2 months time period further may be allowed from the date of the expiry of the time period given to the importer exporter to submit the further information. 15 days time period is given to produce the information. From the expiry of the 15 days, further 2 months time period can be considered by the officer to finalize it. Further, my dear friends, final determination of duty payable. The Commissioner of Customs concerned may allow for reasons to be recorded in writing a further time of 3 months in case the proper officer is not able to finalize the provisional assessment within the period of 2 months. With 2 months time period from the date of receipt of the information, from the date of receipt of the test report, from the date of receipt of the investigation report, 2 months. While finalizing, if furthermore information required, in case especially incomplete document produced, in such case, time limit is given. Hey Mr. within 15 days, you please produce the other documents. From the date of expiry of that time period, within 2 months, the proper officer can finalize the provisional assessment. If the proper officer not able to finalize the provisional assessment within the 2 months time period, in that case, the commissioner level officer is empowered to extend further 3 months time period to finalize the provisional assessment. This type of 2 months or 3 months time period is not applicable where the CBIC is put a hold on such provisional assessment. That means board said in the given case is so complicated, provisional assessment keep pending. You please keep pending, do not finalize. Like that, the board has ordered, namely the Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs ordered not to proceed to finalize in the given case of a provisional assessment of so and so case. In that case, this time limit of 2 months, 3 months not applicable. Further, my dear friends, referring here, assume a scenario, there is a provisional assessment within 2 months from the date of granting the provisional assessment is finalized. Provisional assessment has been finalized. In that case, my dear, if the provisional assessment is finalized, there may be two possibilities. It may be short paid or excess paid. What do you mean by short paid? Sir, under the provisional assessment, department demanded the importer exporter to whom provisional assessment has been granted to pay duty 2 lakh rupees under provisional assessment. Importer, for example, paid the import duty 2 lakhs under provisional assessment. Permission granted to clear the goods and the import taken place. And it should be finalized within 2 months. It finalized with a duty requirement of 3 lakhs. That means what? I supposed to pay 3 lakhs of duty on such import, but I was paid under the provisional assessment how much? 2 lakh rupees only. Therefore, still I have to pay how much? 1 lakh, which is called short paid. Such a short paid I have to pay along with the interest, section 28 capital AA of the Customs Act 1962, which I am presenting here for your kind consideration and observation. Short paid, if the differential amount is found to be payable after final assessment or assessment, namely reassessment, it will be paid with the rate of 15% interest per annum under section 28 AA from the first day of the month in which the duty is provisionally assessed if till the date of payment. Meaning what? Assume a scenario, provisional assessment has been granted October 2023, 1st of October 2023. Provisional assessment granted. Very good. It should be finalized within 2 months. Finalizing 2 months from the date of receipt of information or test report or investigation report within 2 months. Report has been submitted, information submitted by the importer to whom provisional assessment has been granted on 1st of October 2023 and submitted the information on, let us say, 1st of November 2023. From that date, 2 months. So, November and December. By 31st December 2023, should finalize. Very good. In that case, assume a scenario, on 10th of November 2023, it is finalized. When the provisional assessment finalized in the month of November, when the provisional assessment has been granted in the month of October. Now, this is short paid, 1 lakh rupee. Should I pay? Yes. Along with the interest. The interest count reckoned from which date? From number of days, 15% per annum. number of days interest is from the first day of the succeeding month for the month for which provisional assessment has been granted. Provisional assessment granted in the month of October. The first day of the succeeding month, 1st of November. From 1st of November onwards, the interest had to pay on the shortfall of 1 lakh at the rate of 15% per annum till the date of payment of the duty. Is the meaning of that. Differential amount is to be found to be payable after final assessment or reassessment. It will be paid with the interest of 15% per annum from the first day of the month in which duty is provisionally assessed till the date of payment. Duty provisionally assessed in our given example October month. Count reckon from 1st of November till the date of payment of the shortfall amount of duty along with the interest at the rate of 15% per annum we have to pay in the case of short paid. There may be a possibility of that in the case of excess payment of tax maybe takes place. In that case, excess payment of duty may be, sir, under the provisional assessment, I paid the duty of 3 lakhs, sir. Thereafter, it finalized, sir, only with 2 lakh rupees, sir. By the time I notice, I already paid 1 lakh excess, sir. I can ask for refund. Yes, refund. మీకు ఇవ్వబడుతుంది. Refund. మీరు తీసుకోవచ్చు. Refund. నింగి వాంగలాం. Refund. आपको मिल जाएगा. How much? 1 lakh rupee. In the given case, refund will be granted. In that case, interest will be payable if the refund is not granted within 3 months from the date of the assessment of duty finally ordered. See here, time period is there for the department to grant the refund. They have the time period of 3 months from the date of the assessment of duty finally ordered. That means provisional assessment granted on 1st of October 2023. It is became finalized on 30th November 2023. I came to know on 30th November 2023, I paid excess of 1 lakh duty. Can I ask for refund? Yes. If I ask for refund, department if providing the refund in the month of December, in the month of January, in the month of February, the next year, January, February 2024. That is within 3 months. When it is granted, the PA 1st of October 2023. Finalized 30th November 2023. From the date of finalization, within 3 months, if the refund amount is granted, in that case, no interest. 3 months time period count reckoned from which period? From 1st of December. So, December 2023, 1 month. January 2024, 2nd month. February 2024, 3rd month. Within that end of the February 2024, if the refund is granted, then no interest liable to pay by department to the person who claimed the refund. If the amount is not refunded for a period of 3 months from the date of the finalization of provisional assessment, in that case, after the expiry of 3 months from the date of the finalization of the provisional assessment, the department is going to pay interest, a meager percentage, only 6% per annum. That count reckoned from after the expiry of 3 months time period from the date of finalization of provisional assessment.